Welcome everybody back to the Tech Woke Podcast. My name is Chris, and on this podcast we talk about tech, career, and life. And in this video, I'm going to talk about something that a lot of people talk about in the real world: degrees versus certifications. And for me, I have both. I have degree, I have a certification. So I'm going to break down which is better to help you get a job in cybersecurity. So I'm going to just start off with degree. So I have a degree in digital forensics, which is essentially a degree in cybersecurity. The good things about the degree is when you're doing the degree program, you can network with so many people that's trying to get in the field. In the degree program, you talk to professors that's been in the field. You know, you can learn some things of hands-on experience of doing the career. And you get a lot of coursework of things you can add to your resume to get into cybersecurity. And then also too, some degree programs might have internships so you can have hands-on experience in cybersecurity. So degrees for me was pretty good. I learned all that stuff. The only downsides I pretty much had with getting a degree in cybersecurity is number one, it cost me about $25,000 just to get my master's. So it costs a lot of money. Then also too, it just took a long time to get the degree. It took like 2 years plus to get the degree. Didn't have too much hands-on experience and the things like that. Just the time spent, the experience we didn't really get, and it was still great in my opinion. But that's some of the faults of getting a degree. It just can just take a little time, cost money, and things like that. But it also helps with your resume because you can eventually, once you get promoted, and you can use it to help for managerial experience and things like that. So okay, so now I'm gonna go to certifications. So the things I like about certifications is they're very, very quick to get. You can get a certification in about 2 to 3 months. Most people get the Security Plus. Certifications you can study on your own pace and you can control how much money you're spending on the certification and you can really narrow it down for what you're trying to go. Another good thing about getting a certification is jobs look at more certifications, maybe a little bit more than they look at degrees. So the cost versus degree, cost for the certification. Certification is a little bit cheaper, 25,000 versus 300 for a certification. That's the choice within. The only issues with certifications, a lot of these certifications are just knowledge based. So they don't really have, there's very few certifications that like are hands on. You have to know something, know a skill to do. There's only a couple. I think the NK cert is one of them, where you get some more of a technical cert. You got the Red Hat certs are technical. You have to know what you're doing to pass. The Security Plus is mainly knowledge based. But the thing I like about the Security Plus is that it helps with understanding what cyber is, so you can understand lingo and things like that. So that's and other than that, with certs, and that's pretty much it with the certs. The kind of pros and cons with certs. So as I've been applying for jobs, I'll just give you the both. So originally, when I was trying to get into cybersecurity, I just had a master's degree in cybersecurity, and I thought this would get me a job. What I will say is the experience I got from the master's degree and all the skills that I learned from the master's degree, I added to my resume. I was able to get an interview. So I was always able to get interviews all the time. I probably got probably 10 interviews from entry level. But the only thing about it, it never got me a job. They will always say, "Oh, you don't have no experience, you don't have the certifications, things like that." So it would never get me a job. I applied to like almost 100 some jobs. I really tried to do it without getting a certification because in my mind, I just didn't have the time to do it. I went to the master's program thinking this is about to save my life, but it didn't work. So that's my experience with having a degree, getting it. But overall, it helped me get interviews. And so eventually I just said, okay, I'm gonna get my Security Plus. So when I got my Security Plus, it was a whole different situation. So I would get more interviews now. So I was getting more interviews. The only issue I was having is I was getting these interviews. I was getting the same situation. I was getting more and closer to what I wanted. do. So I was getting more interviews, and I was getting to the program manager, almost to the hiring manager, and things like that. The only issue I was having is the same issue, so I just didn't have the experience. So the certifications and degree got me, both helped me get the job. What really helped me get the job is once I got those things, is tailoring my resume to whatever job I'm trying to get or wherever cyber position I'm trying to get, and go get some extra experience if I could. So overall, I think it's good to get both if you can. I think the degree and the certification will help out in your career if you can get into, mainly degree if you can get a job to pay for it. But I would lean more heavily towards the certifications if you're a little tight on money, and internships, certifications and internships if you can do that. And that's my opinion from my experience from having a degree and having a certification. If you enjoyed the podcast, please like and subscribe. If you're on YouTube, please subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and just check it out. Everything you do helps support what I'm trying to build, and it will go a long way to help out the channel. That's pretty much it, everybody. Peace out. I'll see you on the next one.